How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with more Once Upon a Time with episode number 4 of season 7, which is, you know, this season, with it being a bit of a change, it's been very, very good so far, and I'm, with the last episode in mind, especially with Anastasia, especially with who Victoria was speaking to at the very end of the episode, does have me intrigued for future events. But, yeah, I'm really excited to check out this episode, so, yeah, why don't we get into this episode of Once Upon a Time. It's episode 4 of season 7. Let's go.
Noah and David are bringing bubble wands? I don't know, I guess Baby Neil's obsessed with them.
Well,
yes.
relax. It's a children's birthday party. As long as everyone turns up and Gideon ends up with birthday cake all over his face.
There you go.
Right.
That's it.
Just after all these years, I guess.
You have been so patient. Too patient.
Are they wanting to
You've seen the
ditch?
man behind the beast when no one else could.
Oh, Rumpel, my beast is a distant memory now.
So let me do this for you. You deserve to finally get what you've always wanted.
They're gonna ditch
See the
Storybrooke.
world.
It's not like you. Why do you work for her?
I don't. By the way, I'm the detective here. I asked the questions. Take off the mask. You look ridiculous.
But we're all wearing masks.
Oh goodness! Not this
Halloween.
cryptic talk.
Is that
Yeah,
why you're claiming that toy?
I just saw that like a minute ago.
Something's broken.
Always wondered, is it better to be feared or loved? Are you? Let's see what's under that silver.
She is freaking. Oh my god! She just sprayed. What the? That's a civilian. It was just being eerie. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving Alice. Tilly.
You are the girl.
Wow. Big oof.
I call it the poisoned apple. Scotch, schnapps,
Holy
and cider.
shit, Richie, Ronnie.
Losing a love like that can make you afraid to move on. But eventually,
Oh, how
you have to let go of those ghosts.
appropriate it is given who she is, but she's none the wiser.
Do not bring your baggage to my work. Tilly is my informant, and I'll deal with
Unless
it my
Tilly
way.
is
Well, you actually care
the
about that,
baggage.
Oh, but that's your mistake, detective. I don't care about anyone.
Gideon, wait.
Lovely.
Wait.
He's just excited.
And so am I. Did you know?
You can grant me my one and only wish. To live a singular, natural life.
To cut those ties. Is that doable? For something that's just randomly popped up here, like this, you know, river?
There's nothing I'd rather do. All I want is a life with you, Rumpel.
You know, at least he stood up on his own 2 feet and admitted that he wants to get rid of the dagger. There's not that pull of, I must have it, or anything like that. Are you just as Elsa? Wow.
Hey kid, you like milk duds?
And she took her eye off the...
Are you done begging for candy? Can we go home?
Solved it.
You seem to be
Did you
confused
just-
about how this works.
Wow, that's cheating. That is
Finally
cheating.
understand. I just had to see the whole picture. That's why Belfry scattered us. She made us all wear masks so we can't recognize each other.
So
But
you could be
soon the mask will come off,
blind.
and soon you will see who you really are. The good man behind the cop. Or wait, is it behind the beast?
Oh.
Spending all these years running around trying to break that damn curse. We should have been raising a boy.
But Rumpel, we did.
We did. And
We've
it's a
had
lot
Gideon
better.
For 18 amazing years.
Yeah, they got that second
Years filled
chance.
with life and adventure, and now it's...
They are really going to town in terms of the Disney endorsements.
What is scary sauce? Is it like Exorcist level scary, or is it more like Gremlins level scary?
Exorcist level. Please, running around with a guy you hope will be your baby daddy isn't life, it's pathetic.
Wow!
But you wouldn't know what having one of those is, would you?
Oh, shit!
We don't have time for this. We need to find your
Roasted
spot.
her ass!
If I leave...
Oh, shit. They... Yeah.
You never believed me, did you?
Crushed the pills and... Yeah.
I need you to think clearly. And you can't do that without you.
It's only because you don't remember. But you still can. There's still time before the pills make me small again. But we have to go. Go now.
Holy cheers! Yeesh!
Hands.
I'm really worried about what is going to happen here. This is too beautiful. This is too heartwarming. Guys, I don't know why I'm getting up vibes, okay?
No!
I did have a bad feeling. I did have a bad... Oh my god.
Hey, excuse me. Have you seen a little
Regina
girl
suddenly
gay high, wearing a
twitches.
skeleton costume?
How do we get rid of it? The baggage.
Take a chance. Do the scary thing. Hope it all works out.
Is that what you call what you're doing with
This
Jacinda?
isolation
The scary thing?
is
I don't
more
know.
painful.
Just
Ugh. It's
Figure
that
it out.
leap.
Same as you.
You have to believe our love is powerful enough to outlast death. Only then will you find the path that'll lead you back to me.
Oh.
I'm afraid. Let me tell you a story then.
Oh, Jesus.
Once upon a time, there was a beast who took a girl prisoner. But he fell in love with her.
This is heartbreaking.
Let me go once before, and we found our way back to each other.
This is gonna be no different, is it?
Man, your heart is pure.
Oh.
You will find the answer you need to get rid of the dagger. Don't leave me.
Damn, that... Oh, that is, What the fuck? Holy no way.
And go to the moment when this guardian is waiting for me.
Holy shit.
Even if they don't know it yet.
Oh, I was gonna say, is this gonna lead to
Wonderful! I lost him because of
Tilly?
What's that? This is a lucky bullet for a lucky bastard. Tore right through
Sheesh.
you. She'll be dead by all
Oh,
accounts.
boy.
You must be bloody immortal.
Immortal.
That was a joke, mate.
No, I think he's awoken.
Do you play detective?
Rogers. Yeah. We're known to dabble a little bit.
Alright, I see it.
What about Grandma?
I will handle her.
Ivy, thank you.
Yeah, I am not doing this
Yeah,
for you.
she's like, don't get
I'll see you around.
any ideas, but this is a good, like, after that little talk with Henry, yeah, good start.
Quite clearly. But It appears that I found something much bigger than what's on those tapes.
Oh boy.
Dearie.
Oh!
What
Oh!
might that be?
Oh! He's back!
Scary thing after all, huh?
Oh no.
It's complicated.
Well, it's keeping things uncomplicated.
Oh shit. They are totally gonna smash, aren't they? Oh shit, that was a look! No, 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 no. No, 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 that was a look, okay? Not just that, though, but... Like, that's it, though. They... Well, she voluntarily wanted to, you know, drink it up with Henry, okay. And, you know, given the fact that we don't know the full story in regards to Ivy, you know, we've known a bit about her, and I'd say this is a bit, you know, a bit of a big move for her to make. And then she mentions to keeping things uncomplicated. Given the whole Jacinda situation and, yeah, that look at the end, yeah, oh boy, that was a look. But man, yeah, superb stuff this episode. Bloody, I was not expecting to just be hurt in the feels like that, I would say, as the kids would say. I mean, I wasn't expecting to see Belle, but yeah, it was really emotional, given, I guess the ending of Belle's story, really. Not just that, though, but yeah, I mean... Because I've not been the biggest shipper of the pair, because, you know, they've had their fair share of problems, I guess. They've had their bouts, and sometimes it's just been a bit of a headache. But that was a really beautiful and powerful ending to their story. As well as the fact that I was low-key getting remnants of Up. I don't know if anyone else was, but, you know, that was a blast, those first 10 minutes, right? That was a blast. Yeah, so, you know, that didn't exactly help matters. But it's also the fact that, well, they are getting their second chance, really, with Gideon as well. Great to see him as well. And they are living it in the best way possible. And you know, given the whole situation with Belle and Rumpel's relationship, and not just that though, but with Balefire and Rumpel, as heartbreaking as it is, like this, you know, scenario is, this is probably the best. This is probably, you know, the best period of time Rumpel has spent, really. You know, happy days, no dramatics, etc. with Belle, and, you know, Gideon's all well and good, and, you know, there's no resentment or whatever in regards to, you know, from father to son or whatever, or son to father, should I say. And, yeah, hurt, but, So yeah, that was a really solid episode of Season 7's Once. It's definitely up there with Episode 2 in my opinion. And I do get, of course, both episodes had the return of established characters for one-off appearance. But I did find it very great in terms of, like, how it with Episode 2, I found it very great in terms of how it establishes how Henry, Regina, you know, were, I guess, together in the New Enchanted Forest, as well as explaining the Hook situation. And with this episode, it gave me an answer in regards to, okay, so why? Because I think one of the questions that were on my mind when we first saw Rumpel in Hyperion Heights was, where's Belle? And we got our answer. So, in a very emotional episode, yeah. I feel like the Up parallels were deliberate. Because it was definitely like Up. Heck, they even had, I guess, their little house on a I guess elevated area. So, yeah, with the fact that this episode brought out so many nods to, like, with it being Halloween, it brought out so many nods to I guess established Disney projects. There was one family that was dressed as the Incredibles, which was just really, really great. And you had someone dressed as Elsa. So, yeah, and obviously we've established in Once Upon a Time that it doesn't contradict the characters, like, you know, these characters being made works of fiction. It doesn't contradict their lives whatsoever in terms of, well, that shouldn't happen because, yeah, they are supposed to be living real lives, etc. And they acknowledge the references from movies, etc. Because there was that Mulan bit in, was it season 4, I think it was? So, yeah. But there's been quite a bunch of references, so, yeah, but they decided to just go all out here because there were quite a few references. So, yeah, it's a shame that, you know, with Ronnie, she didn't dress up anything Snow White-esque, I guess. So, and she wouldn't even think anything of it, really, because of the fact that she doesn't even know who she really is. So, yeah, and it's the same with Henry. He wouldn't even know. So, yeah. But yeah, it was just really, really, like I said, in regards to the situation being very reminiscent of Up. I mean, you had Rumpel and Belle who were, well, Belle was aging a bit more, wasn't she? So because of that immortality that stuck with Rumpel. And you saw like through the flashbacks, Belle getting progressively older and older to the point of her death. And you know, the scenery and everything. Yeah, it was very reminiscent of that. And I was like, come on, really? I was just thinking, is this what you're really gonna be doing? Because I mean, 99% of people who watched Up just lost it when it came to those first 10 minutes. And you're trying to do damage here to us, especially with the fact that, you know, we've gotten to know Belle for quite some time. And even if you've not been on board with Rumpel and Belle's relationship, because it is understandable given, you know, the history of things, it was a very emotional ending, and it was a really, really beautiful ending as well because of the fact that they got that second chance, really. They got that happiness. You saw when they were celebrating Gideon's first birthday, it's been a year of peace, of happiness. There's been no debacle between these two, and they've been in a very, very good... You could really absorb how much of a good place they were in. And then that just continued to grow when they were on their adventures, you know, traveling the world, traveling the realms, and yeah. It was a really, really, it was really, really beautiful to see, just to see how happy they were. Because you don't want this kind of negative emotion to impact them, you know, after the evil has been defeated and all of that. And it got to a point where Rumpel voluntarily wanted to sacrifice his dagger. Now, it's important to address that because obviously that's been a bit of a crutch in Belle and Rumpel's relationship, and it got to a point where he was like, I want to give this up. I don't want to be stuck like this anymore. I want to, live out the rest of my days with you. And I don't know if it's because, as well as the fact with everything to consider, I don't know if it was also to consider the fact that, this was the first, I guess, scene we saw of an aging Belle, and he realized, well, she's not getting any younger, and I don't want to live given the happiness and given, how blissful our lives are, I don't want to live in a world without Belle. So that kick-started, so him seeing Belle aging, just a tidge, kind of made him have a bit of a wake-up call, and that I, would rather grow old together and die with you. So, yeah, but it does seem like we've gotten a bit of an idea about Rumpel's story, given that this is the last season. It does sound a bit dark when I say this, but he plans to join Belle in the afterlife. So he is looking for death, basically, is what I'm going to be getting from his story, because, this episode really got to explaining why Belle isn't with Rumpel, and how Rumpel has been trying to find a way to separate himself, and we've gotten a bit of a leeway in terms of where that story is going, with Belle's death and him talking about the Guardian. So yeah, but it was really beautiful stuff. So yeah, and like I said, it was great to see Gideon again. Not just, I guess, him as a baby. They could have just had just shown baby Gideon there and then. I guess the back shot of a 10-year-old kid, that obviously was Gideon, and then that was it. I wasn't sure if the actor who played Gideon through season 6 was going to show up when we first saw Gideon, and lo and behold. So I'm not sure if he's going to play any prominence for, because I do feel like this is not going to be the last we're going to see of Gideon. I feel like he'll be warped, should I say, into the Hyperion Heights saga at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, but it was really great stuff, as well as the whole Alice situation with Weaver and Alice/Tilly. Gotten to know a bit more about her. So yeah, and I've been very, very fascinated about her character when we first saw her, and then of course the fascination continues. So yeah, and obviously Victoria wanted her to be dealt with, especially since she decided to jump her in the car. So yeah, but yeah, obviously there was this whole situation of her being on her meds again, and then yeah, Weaver, Rumpel, decided to be a bit sneaky, so not very yeah, not something that, you'd advocate. So yeah. And then yeah, I guess she we're still left into a bit of ambiguity, I guess you could say. But the implication is that I feel like she woke him up, especially with her talk about masks and all of that. Which, again, I was always very, very, with how she was presented in episode 1, I was always very curious and curiouser to delve into a bit more of her character, because she was very, very interesting. And then, of course, this episode, yeah. I love how she did blend it in with Halloween, of course, but obviously there is a lot more going on in regards to some of the residents in Hyperion Heights, with the fact that we know about quite a few characters who are completely oblivious to the fact that they are cursed. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, the idea is I feel like she woke Rumpel up, especially with his deary comment to Victoria. And I don't know, some of the when he was in the hospital bed, there was some moments that I could just hear Rumpel coming out in terms of that aggression. And I'm like, oh shit. But not just that though, with the fact that Tilly smashed Chip. Chip just gets done dirty in this show, so yeah. But I feel like that was very, very significant, as well as I guess the NDE that he suffered. I guess all of those factors were significant in terms of waking Rumpel up. So yeah, but there was also that little scene as well with Rogers and Tilly playing chess. And of course, we saw that chess piece in regards to episode 2. And it's just pushing things further in terms of, is Alice / Tilly the daughter that Rogers is looking for? So it seems like it's going that way. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah. And of course, there was the whole thing with Ivy as well. We got a bit of exploration into her character as well. So, yeah. Now, I don't know. I low-key want, Henry and Jacinda to just close the deal in terms of that, happily ever after thing that, it's seemingly destined for them, especially with Lucy in the mix. But at the same time, I'm just really curious. I'm just wanting to see, okay, let's see how things go between Henry and Ivy. I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, we did get to know a bit more about Ivy in this episode with the fact that she does feel oppressed by Victoria. So like she doesn't retaliate against anything she has to say. There is this kind of oppression. And with Victoria, she's trying to puppeteer she's just trying to puppeteer Ivy. So yeah, she doesn't. There is just that fear of isolation, complete loneliness, and sadly, she is allowing Victoria to just toy around with her mind to the point where. She has to have there is this, I'd say, forced resentment to people like Jacinda because it's what Victoria wants and she has to appeal. Ivy has to appeal to Victoria. So yeah, I really loved that conversation between Henry and Ivy. But no, like I said, it was really, really great to have a bit of exploration into Ivy about how she's scared about her mother, and any kind of disobedience creates this huge panic. So she has to appeal to Victoria as much as possible, even if it goes towards, I guess, forced hatred, really. Because because her thinking about the ramifications of what happens if she steps out of line is scary for her. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I do kind of want to see where things go, because there was that moment at the end of the episode. I'm like, is this happening? Is this happening? Because yeah, I was thinking, okay, I'm getting a vibe, like, especially with the talk earlier and how I feel like Ivy has felt like a huge weight has been lifted off her shoulders. I feel like she's gonna try and, snag him. She's going to try and be with him, etc. So, plus, of course, you've got to have that triangle, I guess, with Jacinda, Ivy, Henry. So, yeah. And I'm sure Lucy will not be too pleased about any kind of prospect of Henry and Ivy being together. So, yeah. But there was that moment at the end. I'm just like, okay. So, but like I said, I low-key want to see where it goes. So, yeah. But yeah, overall, really brilliant stuff. Very emotional. How dare this episode attack me in the fields? So yeah. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!